You'll never use the screw-on propane bottles, little stoves again once you've used this Coleman Butane Stove. Just left my Coleman Butane cook stove. My husband's out in the garden working. He'd like a cup of coffee, so I thought this would be a good time to show you how this works. Okay, you might not have seen these little butane bottles before. They're a little different than the propane bottles you're used to seeing. It's got this little notch in it. The main thing is you keep this notch. You're going to raise this little lever. Now it has a little, see, this has a little tip there, and it's going to go in this little hole there. So you raise this little lever. You can see the little hole there. You see the tip on the can, and you just put this tip of the can into that little hole. You see it's kind of wobbly now, so you're going to push this lever down and shut the little door. And all your instructions are printed right here on the top. Okay, now all you've got to do now, you don't have to worry about, did I remember the lighter? All you have to do is turn the switch, and there you've got your flame. It has this great built-in ignition switch. Now I'm ready to put my coffee on there and wait for it to make. Okay, now I've got my coffee going. Let me tell you a little bit more about this butane stove. It comes with this handy little carrying case. Now the bad thing is this case is plastic. Now it's certainly not heavy enough to use as a wind block. So if you have a windy situation, you're going to have something else for a wind block. And of course it does come with the little instruction book. Now, you wouldn't believe it 6 weeks ago that we had a foot of snow. It was 4 below zero, which here in East Texas, I'm 70 years old. It has never gotten that cold in my lifetime. But I wasn't worried when they were predicting all this bad weather. I thought, oh, that's okay. I've got my wonderful little camp stove. I know we're going to lose our electricity because of a bad thunderstorm. We're going to lose our electricity. So I wasn't worried. I had my stove, I had my coffee. The main thing, we've got our coffee. Of course, you have to take it outside. That's the safety features because of carbon monoxide poisoning. And much to my disappointment, it started right off the bat. Then the flame would get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and totally quit working. And I finally figured out these butane cartridges are getting too cold if it's 4 below zero. So now, no, it doesn't start. It will not work if it's 4 below zero. Of course, if I had read the back of the can, it told me use at temperatures above 32 degrees Fahrenheit to assure fuel flow. Now, I'm usually accusing my husband of not reading directions. This time it's me. Sorry, honey. Now, we live in East Texas, and it's pretty often bad storms, or, we're probably going to lose our electricity, or even for camping purposes. I keep this little bag packed. Now, in my little bag, I keep my coffee pot. I keep coffee cups. I keep our coffee and a bag of sweetener. And I keep the little extra bottles of butane. So I keep all this together. I keep this in my little plastic container, so if electricity goes out, I'm not hunting for stuff. I'm ready to go. Now you can see my coffee is starting to percolate now, and I know from experience this needs to percolate for 6 minutes. Also handy, I keep all this packed, so if we decide to go on a quick overnight camping trip, I've got everything ready to go. I don't have to remember, did I get this, did I get that? I have spoons in here. Now the only thing I do have to remember is to have some water in a container that's ready to go. And that's what I also do. I keep a little gallon container of water at all times, so we will at least have our coffee. Now for these 5 days that we were at electricity, we did have a generator that we got going to get us through the really difficult times. Okay. Okay, it's taken a total of 12 minutes. It took 6 minutes for the coffee to come to start percolating, and another 6 minutes because that's how we like our coffee. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for joining me today at Homemade Cooking in Texas. These are my favorite recipes, and I hope they will become yours. Now, if you enjoy these recipes, please like and subscribe so you can see more of these type recipes. We have been making a full-time living here on our organic farm since 1991. We need your support to continue our small family farm by liking and subscribing to our channel. Thank you so much.